darkness channel. Welcome to the Secrets of Darkness channel. Tonight we will take you on an early journey. Our story today will trace the trail of lost souls, abandoned bodies, and unsolved secrets. Are you ready to step into worlds of fear? Prepare yourself because tonight you will listen to a story that will push the limits of your means. Now turn off the lights, take a deep breath, and we are heading to the Valley of Lost Souls. Cold breeze of spring echoes across the mountainous region of Eastern Anatolia. Feel elegant, circulated among the locals, casting fear upon the entertained place known as the Valley of Lost Souls, was said to be cursed, led by supernatural, and a place where those who entered were never seen again. Despite the warnings every year, a few brave young souls ventured into the valley, seeking its dark secrets but not returned. One day, a university student named Selim walked along the presence his curiosity and decided to explore the cursed valley with his friends. The night before, an old woman who lived in the valley had warned them, if you go in, you won't come back. The lost souls are waiting for you. Selim, along with his friends Ali, Zainab, and Barish, ignored the old woman's warnings. The next morning, the sky was still overcast, but their intuitions was unwarning. They set out early in the day. The rain trickled down from the cloud, making the pets sleepier. When they arrived at the valley, the sunlight filtering through the trees created a dark and mysterious atmosphere. At that moment, they all thought they had stepped into the adventure of their dreams. At the entrance of the valley, a massive pine tree greater than the tree seemed to have been waiting there for years, its roots deeply embedded in the ground. Selim saw this visit as he joyfully moved between the trees. His friends joined him, slowly progressing deeper into the valley. As night fell, Selim and his friends gathered around an ancient tree in the middle of the valley. There was an unsettling feeling in the air. The trees in the shadows rustled with the whispering wind as if something was wrong, hoping to communicate with the spirits of the valley. They decided to hold a seance. Selim read from an old speed book. Lost souls can hear great, but the words they spoke echoed oddly in the air. Suddenly they began to hear rustling from the dark corners of the valley. Zainab looked around in fear. Selim, I think this is a bad idea, she said, but Selim resisted, losing his courage. Let's go a little further. I am curious. He replied. However, the silence of the valley was enough to frighten them. At that moment, a shadow emerged from behind the tree. The friends clung to each other in horror. As the shadow slowly came into view, its eyes glowed a bright red. You called me, it said. The voice was cold and deep, as if multiple spirits were speaking at once. The shadow moved toward Ali, Selim's closest friend. I have missed you, Ali. Your soul will stay here. At that moment, Ali gathered all his courage and tried to pull back, but it was too late. The shadow pulled him away and vanished. Ali's scream pierced the night. Selim and Zainab exchanged terrified glances while Barish trembled with fear. We need to run, Selim shouts. They panicked and fled, but with every step they took, the grip of the course tightened around them. The darkness around them seemed to be washing them alive. As they fled, Zainab's foot got on a root and she fell as the others tried to help her. The dark shadow reappeared. I will take you out, it declared. Zeynep panicked and pulled back. Leo was around, she screamed, but the shadow nearly smiled in response. You don't belong here, but your child will join us. Selim grabbed Zeynep and helped her to her feet. We need to go back. Instead, however, the valley was like a maze. They didn't know where to go. As the night wore on, Selim tried to find the place where Ali had disappeared, but the valley twisted like a mystical labyrinth. At every corner, lost souls tried to help that, but they were only pulling deeper into darkness. Selim and his friends struggled to stay together as they advanced through the deep blackness. After a while, Selim reached a place at the heart of the valley where there was a sort of altar. The altar was the source of the old spells and curses. The spell book lay there. We must use this. Selim shot at Zeynep and Barış gathered around him. Selim began to read from the book. The sun on the souls. You must sacrifice and soul, he said. Zeynep cried out in fear. What? No, we can't do that. Just then the shadow appeared once more. It's too late. If you don't let me go, you will become one of them, summoning his courage. Selim began to read the final words from the spell book. With every word we spoke, the shadow form began to distort. Selim's determination became the last cry of hope for the lost soul's salvation. Finally, the last word Selim read shattered the shadow, obliterating it, but the cost was heavy. Selim became trapped with the other souls in the village. As Selim's friends fled the valley with the sunrise, they realized that they had left a friend behind who would never return. As they distanced themselves from the valley, they only claimed they had left Selim's ghost behind. His scream blended with the storm's voice, merging into the depths of the valley. Selim's soul awaited a day of rescue among the lost souls. The cold breeze of spring once again swept through the valley, ruled by supernatural forces, and no one dared to visit it again. Over time, the land of the Valley of Lost Souls grave became a place spoken of in fear. Selim's friends remembered every moment, growing the horror they had experienced would never be forgotten. But the souls waited there, restored to the valley. This night ends here. Friends, if one day you happen to cross paths with the Valley of Lost Souls, maybe you won't return. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Fight it with dark secrets. See you soon.